Test, 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 test. Hey guys, what's up? Damn hippie. Good ears, it's so loud. Yeah, that sucks. It's like, should I maybe lower the bitrate so more people can watch it? Because like, I have it at 2000 right now. Can lower it a bit, I guess. Yeah, I hope Twitch doesn't drop the ball. It's buffering? Ah, it's bad. Fucking Twitch servers, dude. Can't even fucking handle it. I'm not dropping any frames, so it's Twitch side. Yeah, I think I'll lower it. Most people have bad internet, or Twitch has bad service. Let's test some audio here quickly. Let's check this. Blah 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 blah. How's the microphone to the audio? Good levels? That's cool. Alright. So, should I go now or should I restart the stream with 1.5k bitrate? What do you guys think? Is it better now or is it still buffering for a lot of you? Because if it does, then it's not good. Oh, you can change it with it? Alright. I already changed it to 1.5 then. I hope that's better now. Alright. Then we should be ready to go. Alright. Let's get this underway. Very bad typing here. The least optimized part of the fucking TAS. So first of all, we have to get back in time, and Moonjump Dungeon can do this a bit quicker than RTA, which is a plus, like this. And we are on our way. Hey TK, what's up? So yeah, nothing special here. Lantern is still required for I think 3 things or something. We barely need it, but yeah, still required. But we can take the shortcut right here. So we can actually skip the boring tunnel. Just take the 100% way. I have a good route on Pacepan for this good category. So we don't have the boomerang yet, so long jump attacks are a bit difficult, but we can use enemies to go a bit faster here. And of course I go straight to a loading zone, and we skip the small key as well. So that's also pretty fast. You need lantern for a small key in Temple of Time, and a stupid lantern puzzle in Hyrule Castle. Well, you could use the bow in Hyrule Castle, but you need lantern in Temple of Time, and I think Forest Temple as well for a spider web. So pretty dumb. So what you see here is actually earliest Forest Temple, which would be a really awesome trick in real-time attack. It would really save a lot of time, but we can't do it. But Moonjump Dungeon can. As you can see, and it's pretty cool. We skip the first monkey here as well. So this basically allows us to get the gay boomerang in like 4 minutes, which is like the most useful item in this category because you can do long jump, moonjump attacks. Also we grab Uku, because otherwise we can't really leave this dungeon because the rocks are still in the entrance and they block you. So it's kinda bad. But Uku is also useful for other things, so she's good to get here. Ruby slide into loading zone. Yeah, there is no loading zone in Hyrule Castle sadly, or Temple of Time. So yeah, we get the boss key in 1 minute in the dungeon, because it's good. I'm not getting sub 5, but close. It's gonna be close. Close, Nick, close. So we go through this entrance because it skips Oot's cutscene, and we can just AJ across from here. And we actually do our first AJ here of the keys, which took like 1 hour to manipulate. And here's Ook. Since we didn't watch the cutscene, he never moves, and he's right there. Which is pretty cool. So we don't have the Master Sword, so this is a 2-cycle. Oh my god, I might actually get sub 5 boomerang. I'm not sure actually. It's very close. Almost, Nick, almost. I'm pretty sure I should get it actually. Oh, I think I will barely miss it. Damn. Fuck. So close. No, not safe boomerang. I'm bad. Should have retested that. Whoa, typing the name wasn't actually included in the time, so it's actually not an issue. It's only my TAS time, I guess. But not my RTR time. Only my TAS time's bad. But who cares about fucking TAS time, so. So yeah, now we have the boomerang. Most useful item, and as you can see it's pretty damn useful because you can just do this everywhere. And I will do this like 50 times in a run. And we're going to grab the Master Sword now, because why not? Yeah, TAS videos cares. But who cares about TAS videos? Is the question. Oh, there's still some people that care, but. And we have the Master Sword in under 7 minutes. So it also allows us some pretty good skips. Yeah, I should submit it to TAS video as a meme and see what they say. Yeah, our first cutscene. Hype. So that's pretty useful. We have the Master already because now we can not only jump everywhere, we can also transform already and warp. So that will allow us to skip the sewers actually, which is pretty damn cool and pretty damn fast. So this category took about 2 years to route, I think. The first routing draft was like done in a month, but I wanted to do the task, but I kept delaying it and I kept finding new things and kept changing the route. So it took like 2 years before I could make this task, before I like found everything I could find. So it really took a lot of effort to find the most optimal route and strats, because there's so much you can do with Moonjump. You can't do in real-time attack. And especially with all dungeons you have like many routing options, which dungeon to do first. So that was a challenge. So now we have Utu, we can't warp yet, but because we have no portal, but we have Utu, so we can use that. And get out of here quickly. And we use Utu right away to get back out. Wow, little Utu has actually black eyes, I never noticed that. You can only see it like in high quality. And now going to save Tato right here. And the monkey. This is actually required because otherwise you can't enter the sewers, and you need to enter the sewers at least because you need the Midna on Z button, because otherwise you can't talk to Midna at all, and you need to talk to Midna to transform. So yeah. Entering the sewers is sadly required for Wolf ability and Sense mode as well. Moon jumping up here, and as you can see, the funny thing is actually the NPCs follow you with their heads and their eyes. That's pretty good. So since I skipped goats, I thought I would waste some time here. So the goats aren't too sad when I skip them. And it's like that. You still need iron boots for more fuel, so... Yeah, German would save less time in this than in real-time attack, but it would still save like 3 seconds, but I really, it didn't care. I forgot. Like, I was like 20 minutes in, then I thought about it, but I was like, whatever. It doesn't matter really. Plus, the power version is like kinda bad on Dolphin actually, like it runs much worse than the NTSC version for some reason, at least for me. So, yeah, it wasn't really worth it. I get like worse frame rate, so. Hello, Bo. I already landed in the ring right here to get ready for this fight. This is like normal than RTA, classic Bo one cycle. TP Hando Moonjump TAS, yeah, in maybe 3 years. That would take like years to fucking route. That is so much effort. Because you can get like everything whenever you want pretty much. So as you can see, I'm actually really bad. I get like the iron boots in over 12 minutes. Your time attack actually has me beat here. Legendary 1205 iron boots. Of course I already have the master sword, so that helps a bit. And the Debra Warren. And the boss key. So yeah, Force Temper is actually split in 2 parts because of that. And now we go to the sewers. Skipped Colin here. First, who needs Colin? So when I started this task, I wasn't really optimizing much, so most what you see is actually done like with a mix of task input and controller. But the more time went on, the more optimized, so the end is actually very optimized. Much more than the start. Here I have some funny cutscenes because human as wolf. And we actually have no chain here, so we can walk around while the timer is running. Which is also pretty weird. Another funny cutscene. And now we have Midnight, which is very useful. Now we still need Sense Mode, because without Sense Mode you can see the Twilight bugs, and we actually, unfortunately, still need to do Elden and Lanero Twilight. Which is unfortunate, but you need to complete them. So you need Sense Mode. Fortunately, Sense Mode is like right here. Transform beforehand, because otherwise the spirit doesn't let us transform. Now we get Sense Mode as Human Link. And now we have done everything we need to be doing here, so we can just go to bed again. Nice Uku sound. So yeah, that skips the sewers. And Zelda stuff. And Sword and Shield skip is actually also skipped, so yeah. And as we can see, Farron is in Twilight now. We open our first portal here. Now we do a very special trick, which I found like a year ago, I think, which actually is extremely useful. You can actually one warp in Twilight Princess. No, Midnight's Desperate Hour doesn't need the first years completed at all actually, which is very good. So now we're here in the spirit realm, I guess, where you learn Howling Songs and Hidden Skills. And actually all the Howling Stone platforms, even though they're invisible right now, they're still on this map, or on the same map, and the loading zones are all activated and the collisions of the platforms. So actually we can use this map to just hover from one Howling Stone to another. So we can actually one warp, or rather one exit, like Majora's Mask, Trevi Fountain, in Twilight Princess with this map right here. Which is pretty damn good, because it saves a lot of movement and a lot of travel. And allows to access areas early. So that's pretty damn good. Now we just one exited to Snow Peak from Farron. So yeah, both doesn't need ladders right here. We kill this keys because I hate keys. So as you notice, our first completed dungeon actually will be Snow Peak. Like, the 5th dungeon will actually be the first we complete. So yeah, we do Bane Jump here, but actually a slightly different version of Bane Jump, because we don't need map glitch at all. We can just hover in the air and void out instead of safe warp, so that's a lot faster as well. And we have almost reached Snow Peak, so we can void out now. As you can see, I'm falling right now. In the distance, you can barely see Link as he falls. And we voided on the first possible frame we could void to hit this trigger, and now we're in Snow Peak, which skips the snowboarding. And we're in. Snow Peak's also pretty cool. It's like all dungeons are pretty short, but they're all pretty cool, I think. So yeah, it's pretty much the normal stuff, except we can of course moonjump everywhere, which saves some nice time, and do nice new floor clip here, the new setup for a floor clip. That is the modern way of freezer clip. And actually, when I got the Master Sword, I actually skipped the Starkrit cutscene, which set my boss flag to 1, which actually means I get early Dark Hammer right here, which saves some little time, and some cutscenes of the door opening and stuff. There's actually one frame to pick up the ball and chain while you kill him, which I actually did right here. I went like close to Dark Hammer when I did the 3rd quick spin. And actually, when he dies, you have one frame to pick up the ball and chain before the cutscene plays. So I actually did that, and now I will instantly pick up the ball and chain when the cutscene ends, which actually saves me walking over to it. So it's a nice little time save as well. And as you can see, the doors didn't open because they didn't close in the first place because of boss flag. So yeah, let's say that makes the ending pretty good here to this room. So yeah, we can just straight up get the boss key because we don't need bomb boost or anything like that. You can jump up here and slash over a trigger. That skips the 2nd door closing and a long cutscene. It actually just allows us to skip these guys and get the boss key straight away. Skip the midnight text here with a nice backflip and save about. Doing Snow Peak again and save warping out is actually faster than watching the cutscene of the guys, killing the guys, and leaving again, and talking to Yeta outside. It's actually faster to save warp and go through the dungeon again. Which of course is also a bit faster because you have Moonjump, so yeah, it's faster than doing the fight. I do a little bit different here because why not? A little bit variation. Just jumping through here, nice floor collisions as usual. Now we can do a really nice LGA here over the block, which is like very fast. Skip there, and yeah, that's it. So much for Snow Peak. Please. So there's a very cool cutscene script we can do in this fight, but for that I have to die, so I'm taking damage right now to reduce my hearts to 2, and then I take more damage from their spikes. I need a maximum of 1 heart to do this trick. Classic one cycle right here. Just throw the ball 3 times. And now we have 1 heart, and actually you remember this cutscene actually has a second part where Yeto runs in, and you can do a gainer there, but you can actually do something different as well. And since there's 1 frame between the cutscenes, you can actually also die on that frame. And the only way to die for me here is by 4 damage, so that's why I reduced my energy to 1 health, or 1 heart, so I can die by 4. And you will see that in a second. So that's the first cutscene almost being done. Thank you, Toots. And yeah, pretty much Nate. And now I fall. And I die. This is frame perfect. You land on the exact frame between the 2 cutscenes, lose your last heart and die. And the death warp actually steps Yeto's cutscene. So now we're still in the room, but the cutscene is skipped. So that actually saves a minute. And not the heart is there, but Yeto and Yeda are not there. So that's pretty fast. And that's it for Snow Peak. And now we have warp ability already and our 1 nice portal in North Farron, so I got that to be able to leave it all, because if you didn't have a portal right now it would be kinda difficult. You don't have Uko right now, you don't have a warp portal, you would be stuck in Snow Peak. That's kinda bad. So that's why I got the portal right here. And of course we can use our trusty holding stone again to go somewhere else. So you actually use the stone quite a bit, because it's fast. Yeah, that's the only sad part, yeah, there are no heartwarming cutscene and no gainer. That's kinda sad, but I had to do it for the time and for the swag. So now we actually do our second jump, and as you can see in the distance, it's going to Death Mountain. And there's the little Moonjump percent. And we land perfectly in the loading zone right there. So from here on out the TAS actually becomes a lot more optimized. From here on out I put like a lot more effort into it because I became pretty proud of the project, so yeah. That's kinda what happens, I guess. The second jump was loaded right in there because the game streams parts of the levels, so it actually only loads when you get close. So you actually have to moonjump because otherwise the area doesn't load at all. I killed 2 Twilight bugs here, I don't have the Vassal yet, so I can't collect the tears. But I can kill the bugs and spawn the tears, which is faster later. Kill the messengers here because the portal is good. Yeah, the colored gold that made up for it. True. Absolutely true. So now we actually don't complete the Twilight or anything, we just go in here. Because our second dungeon is Gold Mines, which is actually the correct number. It should be the second dungeon, just not the right order of dungeons. So now we go under the map here, nice drawings. Since I beat Snow Peak and have the Master Sword, this room is already fucked up. With some goblins here that shouldn't be there. And we're in Romance. Skip the spinner and everything. Go behind the loading zone here. LJ up and we can go over the room. Which allows us to skip the puzzle here. The switch puzzle. So this dungeon also has a pretty special route in this category. We still get the small key, as you would expect, but we don't use the small key on the intended door. We simply go up here, whereas the official Gorman shortcut you're only intended to open after you got the bow and fought the mini-boss and everything, but we can go here early and just roll through here. This is actually very tricky if you don't roll frame perfectly and don't hold Moonjump all the time, you get crushed by the top. So this is actually kind of tricky to not get crushed. So now we took the shortcut and we're actually here. We completely bypassed the mini-boss of this dungeon and we can go get the boss key and bow straight away, which is very useful. And very fast. Yeah, so we also skipped the first key shot in this category, we only get the last one. Don't need the bow, you can just jump over here and get the bow. So now we still need to get to the boss of this game, of this dungeon. Now we only need the final key shot actually. You don't need the first one and you also don't need the second one. So now we're in the mini boss, which is right here on Shilling, but we're not gonna fight him. We just jump in the lava right there, and it takes 2 hearts and we die. And since we never beat the mini boss, the game still thinks we are supposed to be on the other side of the dungeon. So game overing, while the mini boss is not dead, spawns you on the other side. So now we actually bypass the locked door and we skip the mini boss completely. You remember we got the key earlier and we can use the key from the opposite side on this door. So now we skipped like half the dungeon and the mini boss. Kill this problem because we didn't kill Hoodoo earlier, so I have to make up for that. Yeah, the last key shot basically acts as the boss key. It's pretty silly. I love this, by the way. Cutting the rope and then the thing falls and you dance on it a little bit. It's pretty cool. And that's it for Gold Mines. So yeah, getting the key, opening the door from the opposite side, the shortcut and the mini boss skip is pretty damn fast. Save a lot of time. Hey Adam, hey Ollie, what's up? So yeah, the worst boss in Twilight Princess right here, still as boring as ever, but at least we can do cool things like this 1 frame iron boots unequip, which makes the chain act like really weird. But at least I found one cool thing you can do to this boss. And I found out you can actually damage him with your sword. So what do? You do this. Nice Moonjump hit. Actually, this idea was kind came from Adam. Adam made me, told me maybe you can hit him with the sword, and it worked. And second dungeon is down. Slingshot. I'm not sure. I don't think so, because you have slingshot intended here. So I'm pretty damn sure they made sure it doesn't work. And actually, if you moonjump here, the cutscene gets funny. Midna doesn't really know what's going on, so she's like looking in wrong directions sometimes and making the portal in wrong directions, and it's kind of weird. As you can see, there's no chart here in the hands now. It's like a bit fucked up. And she made a portal completely in the wrong direction, but it still worked somehow. Goal mines ATA in 33 minutes. So since we didn't beat out on Twilight yet, this cutscene has a nice Twilight effect to it. And it also makes sense us to Kakariko beating Goron Mines, which is pretty damn convenient for the road. So that's why I did Goron Mines second. Now we get map warping in a bit special way. Pretty sure Adam wishes right now he could do this in real-time attack. I'm actually going to grab this heart piece because it does something interesting. If you beat the messengers and grab the heart piece while they're dying, you can actually skip a part of this cutscene here. So now I kill the messengers, I get the heart piece is stored now. The second part never plays, like the part where the portal appears plays in the background now, and I actually skip the cutscene. Now I'm forced to warp, but fortunately, since I left Forest Temple, I have Utu's Note. And I can Utu's Note to cancel the warp, like the V version used to do map glitch, but using an item to cancel a warp. And now I have map warping, but the warp is cancelled. Which is good, because we have an Ordi in the North Faron portal, which is not convenient right now. I can save warp, and I still land in Kakariko because I haven't hit another save trigger yet. So that's also convenient. Now we open this portal. Yeah, no effect, which is pretty good, because it actually has a very big effect. It gives you map glitch and it cancels a warp. The biggest no effect I've ever seen. Now we have the Kakariko portal, which is good. And we can start our first Twilight. The Kakariko portal is actually required to talk to this spirit, else he doesn't give you the vessel if you don't kill the portal, the messengers. A little bit of information for speed. Actually, for Wolf, side hop is the fastest movement he has. So a Wolf Moonjump side hop is actually the fastest movement Wolf can do, apart from a super jump or a long jump attack of an enemy. But like normal movement options, side hop is the fastest for Wolf. Collect this TAS human right here. Nice wall club. You can do a nice double kill here, don't need to make the bugs fall at all, just kill them both. That took like for a ridiculous amount of time to test the double kill. It required a really precise angle to hit them. And now we have done the basement. And Elden is actually split up a lot. First because it's more interesting this way and less boring. and second it's also faster. So we were up to North Farron again and do another Howling Stone warm-up, which is almost the last one. I think it is the last one actually. Oh no, wait, never mind, I'm confused about my own TAS. First of all, before we do the last Howling Stone warm-up, we do Temple of Time. Since we beat Snow Peak, the Sacred Grove is now in the latest state, as you can say, and it is in the state now where you can go to Temple of Time. You start to 2 right there, which means it's still nighttime, and the pole is right there. Moonjump here. You actually need to do this because you need the portal to unlock the door. If you don't do this, you actually can't enter Temple of Time. So this is required. Both the stabbing the pedestal and killing the messengers right here. And then we can enter Temple of Time, and Temple of Time will be our third dungeon. Really weird thing here, if you slash the door, the A prompt appears instantly. It's like really weird. If you slash the door to Temple of Time with any weapon, and you recoil, like the A prompt becomes immediately visible, even if you're out of range of the door normally. Like where I'm standing right now, I was not able to open the door normally, but because I slashed the door, I was able to open the door. It's like, doesn't make any sense at all. The wall is actually solid here before you step the pedestal, so you actually sadly need to step the pedestal, otherwise you can't enter Temple of Time. Need to do to make the wall go away. That's pretty much the most hard requirement for Lantern. We absolutely need the small key, there's no way around the small key, so I don't think I will be able to ever skip the Lantern in this category. So Uku is right there, but you can skip Uku, don't need it. Just jumped over the trigger right there. Skipping over the gates here. Slash this guy, because why not? Actually, I use a new trick here. I could have used earlier, but I didn't know about it actually. You can actually moonjump while Link walks through doors, which actually saves a little bit of time every time you go through a door, because you can like extend his animation during the cutscene to skip some travel time, which is pretty good. Also need the small key from this room. Kill them as early as possible. I need some time to wake up before you can kill them. Yeah, he does bunny hops everywhere. Actually combined with like every door, there's so many doors in this game, so yeah, if you combine this across every door, it saves like probably 20 seconds or something alone, which is pretty funny. Such a small thing, but it's actually really useful. So yeah, we skipped the switch here entirely, don't need it. And it's actually a good thing that the door mines before this dungeon, because you actually need the bow to beat Goma. So the bow is required here in this dungeon for the boss. We actually do one of my favorite tricks right here. We moonjump up, the door closes immediately, we fall down, we moonjump under the map, and allows us to immediately go through the boss key. It's one of my favorite things. And that was found by Rachel actually. So now, since we never entered this room properly, we can actually get crushed here on this torch. And since we never entered the room properly, our respawn position is still outside. So this not only skips the puzzle for the boss key, it also skips beating the enemies to leave again. So this skips both the enemies and the puzzle. Oh, TAS, I'm sorry. That sucks, dude. That really sucks. Get the small key here. And we get crushed again. And I also grabbed this heart with the gay boomerang because otherwise this crush would have killed me. And game overs are slow, so this heart was very useful to only have one heart. Now we actually do a ledge grab, Wind Waker style, Moonjump out of bounds, and jump straight to the mini boss. Which that's why the void is faster, because you return to the entrance and can do this trick. Which skips another half room. Activate this boss because this trailer is huge, we have to activate him, but we don't need to fight him. We can just jump over here. Another mini boss step. Now we can save out, we don't need a statue at all, because there's actually a new trick I found recently. Statue step. Josh, I don't think so it does. But actually the statue does move as fast as you do, so if you find some way to move ridiculously fast, the statue also moves extremely fast. So the statue moves as fast as you do, but I don't think it jumps. That's not the case, I think. So we skip Uto again, go to the next room, go back, perform this trick again, which closes the door and allows us to moonjump up and moonjump out of bounds. And yeah. We can just moonjump over this room, which is like a very solid room. We can't clip out of bounds anywhere, except if you do this. And what it does, it completely skips the statue part, escort, I guess. Yeah, that saves like 5 minutes or like more. It's a pretty damn huge thing to do. And I also really love this room. It's one of my favorites launch-up attacks because you just skip everything. And we use Wolf to skip this final gate because human actually can't skip it because he's too fat. So actually only Wolf can go over it. Nice. Geil. So yeah, Doma was a pain to manipulate, it took like forever, because 2 to 3 lights are the minimum, and you can have infinite lights, so yeah. And every time a cycle starts there's a timer, and it takes forever. So yeah, that took a pain to manipulate, it's almost as bad as Zelda. Probably was even worse than Zelda, but it was good. So now we do a very cool thing here. Blind air snipe. And I do it again because it's so cool. And that's as much for Doma. Hey Crimsons, what's up? Still the same big eye, and Link actually does a nice hover jump there. Frozen. Hey Kirby! The famous Kirby. That's good to hear. 9 AM in America. It's pretty early for you guys. But I have to do it now. I can't do it this evening, and if I don't do it today, the next time would be next weekend. And it was like too late for me. I wanted to get it all the way now. So yeah, this time was the best I could do. So we have 3 dungeons down: Snow Peak, Goron Mines, and Temple of Time, and we did like half of Forest Temple. So yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. Slashing the door again so we can instantly open it for some reason. The TAS is finished there. This is the final presentation. I will upload 1080p encode to YouTube, or it is already uploaded. I will publish it later today. And I will also upload the VOD from Twitch to YouTube for people who want some commentary. It's a cheat code. So yeah, that was a very nice death warp right there. That's why I took damage in the Goma fight, so I could immediately moonjump here during the arrival of the warp and there die. Because dying in North Faron is actually very convenient because it puts you in South Faron, which is one of the few game over exceptions in Twilight Princess. And going to South Faron is very good because we still need Midnight Charge to beat the game. But we don't need to actually fight the messengers. We can just watch this cutscene right there and then just grab Midnight by jumping over her torque trigger, and that grab her in the air, and that gives us Midnight Charge. And now we can just leave. We don't need the portal at all. So that's our first 3 portal skip as well. You only need the Midnight Charge for killing the boss bot in Linero. That's like the only useful thing. The only use it has. So yeah, the death swap was very convenient. And now we do L on Twilight. Basically real-time attack L on Twilight with a few twists, because we have Moonjump, which allows us to do a few shortcuts here and there, and some cool swag strats, like this. Wolf to the face. Actually a really nice facial animation right there. Oh, that starts towards. Alright, see you dude. You can watch the VOD later, I guess. And see the rest. So Moonjump is very useful here because we can just skip the entire backtracking and movement and stuff. Can just jump down here and Moonjump here, grab the tier, and immediately hit the loading zone on the first possible frame when you collect the tier, which saves like a lot of time. Thanks dudes. How long did you sleep, Asilmi? Probably only like 2 hours, right? So we can also skip the midnight jumps here, just grab the tier and moonjump to the loading zone. Pretty convenient. Now we have our first use of super jumps. We can kill this bug, super jump all of it, moonjump, and extend to go here because we still need bounced here. And this is also convenient because if you reload the room after the bug is dead, the house collisions disappear, which allows us to grab the 3 tiers faster. We don't need to dig in the hole and stuff. Woodwork, nice. So yeah, the collisions are gone now and we can just grab the 3 tiers instantly, and we don't need to go into the dig hole. So we're almost done with Alan right now. Nice bomb here to instantly collect the tier. We Moonjump here now because there's a chest. We still need rupees for the bomb bag because we're actually going to buy Bond's bomb bag. A very cool thing is you can actually rupee dive and clip to the ground. That's why I jumped up with the rupee, because if you have enough speed, when you fall with a rupee, you just clip to everything. Then I cancelled the rupee text box and they gave me my collisions back and I landed. Which actually saves a little of time to just clip the ground there, because you don't need to go around. Yeah, kinda selten hope. And now we do our final jump. We have almost completed Elden Twilight, but not quite. But we wait before we collect the final tier. We do Lanero stuff first. So we jump to Upper Zoras River right now, which is our last jump in this area. Our last one warp, I guess. And since we never complete Fire and Twilight, we also need Ending Blow, and we're conveniently right here. And the wolf at Castletown is still the fastest wolf in this category, so yeah, we're going to do that just like real-time attack. So as you can see, this is actually sub 1 hour Requiem. CFG would be proud of me. Nice chained physics as well on wolf. And a Moonjump up right there in the background, which actually unloaded the platforms where the golden wolf was standing. Nice little meme. So I extended my movement again there to like slide down while the cutscene was still playing with the map, which is also pretty convenient and saves some time. Now we get the Zora's Domain portal because it's still required for the Meteor and to start Lanero Twilight, because otherwise some bugs are not available and Spirit doesn't give you the vessel, even if you go in there. Yeah, sub 1 Requiem in normal run is not possible yet, but Moonjump can do it, even though I already beat like 4 dungeons. Can also do a very cool thing here. Kill the messengers and don't land, so you delay the cutscene. Board against the invisible door there, which lands in the loading zone. And now when this cutscene ends, I immediately hit the loading zone and and it makes me leave. So I skipped the second part of the cutscene there again, which saves some time. To skip that part and just leave. Beat Temple of Time, Snow Peak, Goron Mines, and half of Faust Temple. So I guess 3.5 dungeons. Taking some damage here, which is intended, because we can actually do a trick here that only a few 100% runners know about. There's a very convenient way to get back to Lake Hylia. If you go in here and death warp. I have no bomb arrows, so I can't take damage with bombs, but I can just jump to this corner there, which is like a real corner and actually like has no collisions, so we can just jump through there, void, and die. And the game over puts me back in Lake Hylia, which is extremely convenient. Because we also need to talk to Fire right there, which is also why you need Sense Mode to talk to him. Because he unlocks the Karawak bird, and you need to kill Karawak bird to unlock the ability to warp the meteor. If you don't kill the Karawak rider, you actually can't warp the meteor, and if you can't warp the meteor, you can't start a narrow Twilight. So this is required as well. Fortunately we have Moonjump, so this goes as a trigger. You don't need to drown him at all. You can just attack him before he can shoot you and he'll grab immediately and that's it. He gets completely destroyed. And now just snipe him. And I get my arrow back because why not? And that's it. I really like this Karawak script. We actually don't need to do this flight because we already have the portal. We just need to kill the rider. So yeah, we can just warp out right now. And now we get the final TAS and beat Elden Twilight. Final last strat kill, which also skips the phase where you can't kill the bug, so it actually saves time to kill him on the wall like that, because he can't kill you at all, and he can attack you and he can jump around, so that's definitely faster. And that's it for Elden. No, I actually collected it here instantly. It was like the first frame, it was actually collectible. I actually skipped the meteor cutscene here, which is a relatively new trick, a really cool one. You can actually, when the meteor falls, you can actually leave the map chunk and go to another map part, and if you do that, the cutscene can play. So yeah, you skip the meteor cutscene and the midnight text. Now I entered the Goron cave again, save, and back in time immediately, because as 100% runners also know, if you do this, you can skip the field phase of Boblin 1, and I actually need to do Boblin 1 to get Barnes bombs back. If you don't do Boblin 1, Barnes don't sell this bomb back. Oh yeah, I didn't go in instantly, I actually lost time there, right? I did that for the memes. So we have bow, so this phase also gets completely destroyed, we can just shoot him twice and that's it. Field phase skipped with the back in time trip from the Golden Cave, and the bridge phase was completely destroyed with the bow. And since we beat Boblin 1 now very fast, we have Barnes bombs unlocked. And we need to buy Barnes bombs because it actually allows us to do a glitch called White Midnight Glitch. And White Midnight Glitch is extremely useful because it actually skips Midnight's Desperate Hour completely. That's right, this is the only category in Twilight Princess that can skip Midna's Desperate Hour. Because we can buy this bomb back. I will explain that more once we get to there, but yeah, the bomb bag is very useful. It saves like 10 minutes to get, so yeah, Bubbling 1 is worth it to beat just for bombs. This actually wasn't possible for the longest time because people assumed you couldn't buy the bomb bag if you have the Master Sword. So this misknowledge actually kept me from putting it in the route because I actually thought it wasn't possible at all. Because people told me it wasn't possible to buy bombs if you have Master Sword. So yeah, that completely fucked the route for a while, but fortunately we figured it out not only for 100%, but also for this category. Because now that knowledge is corrected, I was able to put this in a route and save 10 minutes. So yeah, thankfully I tested that. Never listen to people. So yeah, we need to empty the bomb bag still for water bombs. So actually I do that in this Twilight a lot. Empty bombs whenever a human in the air, because when you're in the air you can drop bombs. So this is very useful. And water also drowns the bombs, so I can empty some more bombs in some places, because the water puts them out quickly. So yeah, the narrow is pretty standard I guess, but we still do a few special things to make it more enjoyable. Please, Asumi, please. Actually, Moonjump here, which teleports me a bit for some reason. Portals do that if you're in the air for some reason, it's very weird, but it teleports me over here and that saves some movement. So now the special route kicks in, and we get this bug first here. In real-time attack you normally warp away to Zora's domain, but in this category you get this bug instantly in the air, because you can actually do a shortcut to Castle Town by moonjumping right there, to the minigame area up there. So it's also pretty convenient we can do this. Empty some more bombs. Actually, the minimap was empty. I don't even know. Was the minimap empty? I need to check that. That's interesting. I didn't know. Doing another nice long jump attack here. Straight to a loading zone. And now we're outside Castle Town. We also need this portal right here. We actually don't need it, but it's just faster to get, because otherwise returning to Castle Town takes forever later on, and we want to go to Hyrule Castle. So yeah, getting here is faster. So as you can see, the gay boomerang is approaching there with my bomb, and the bomb isn't actually random. That bomb is actually pretty useful, because it drops right next to me now, and will take care of that shadow beast right there, while I'll kill the other two. And I do the same trick I did earlier, extending my super jump before the cutscene plays. And I just hover straight into loading zone right there to skip the second part of the portal cutscene. Also in the background, nice castle town, not even loaded at all. Now as you can see, Wolf actually teleports back, but I already entered the loading zone, so the cutscene skips. And I immediately enter the loading zone. So in castle town right now, Moonjump side hops are the fastest because you can dash, so. Or you can't dash at full speed. Wait, really? Did he? Oh yeah, he actually said bombs didn't work on them in the cutscene with the kids. Yeah, you're right. That's funny. What a liar. Emptying some bombs here while I wait for the tier. And drop some more. Now we almost have no bombs left, which is very good. So we almost wasted no time at all emptying bombs. Bomb emptying with 0 time loss, very good. So that's the Moonjump Brutella strip right there. Now we do Lily Pep bugs perfectly. Double kill of course. And Moonjump side up also helps here to collect them pretty fast and save some swimming. So now we jump to this howling grass right here, which allows us to throw the Kakarot and do something not many people even know about, that you can do that. You can actually do the Kakarot flight for the bugs backwards. Come from the complete opposite side and you go down the river and the bugs are in a completely different position. Like everything has changed. It's completely unique. Not many know even you can do this. It's not faster in real-time attack, but it's faster as well because I did Castle Town early. So I can just go to like Hylia with this and save a warp. Double draw. You can enter this from Upper Zoras River. You can enter this from Upper Zoras River if you howl at the grass. Yeah. There's like 3 patches of howling reed next to the howling stone. And if you howl there, the Kakarot actually comes. And you go backwards through the river. As I said, not many people know about that. The grass is actually only there in Twilight. It's not there at all after Twilight. It's only there during Twilight, which is pretty funny. Not many people even know it exists, the grass. can barely see it even. It's like really weird. So yeah, now we jumped over here with a long jump attack and very fast, and we do the boss part. We actually don't need to do the regrab. We can just moon jump to him, which is faster. And skip his attack in phase as well. Oh yeah, it's completely empty. That's weird. No wait, never mind, there it is. I think the lake is smaller though. I think the lake is... The water is not... The water on the minimap is not as big as it should be. Now we beat the boss bug, but we're actually not getting it here. Because we want to do White Midnight Lich. And for White Midnight Lich, essentially what you have to do is you have to beat late bed before clearing narrow Twilight. That's the thing you have to do. So now we have to enter late bed. And what do? I go back to the shore, grab this rupee right here. Let it follow me, land on the board, go to the edge, and frame perfect rupee dive. Which is basically the rupee dive in the V version. Except you do it with a box. But I do with a rupee, but from the same position. And now you can just swim into late bed. Well, I would hope so, as for me. I'm pretty sure it does. So now we have almost all bombs emptied, and we empty the rest right here in the pool. And now we have no bombs, and we can get water bombs. No time wasted. Skip the first gate right there. Yeah. Sure, Asumi, sure. It's so quick. So actually all these tunnels are connected, which is very convenient because we can just skip the main room and go straight to Ghetto Toad. I don't have the early boss track right now, so actually we have to jump over the gate, which is a very precise trick. If you even one pixel off, you get crushed on the ceiling and void. So yeah, this was very hard to do. It's very precise to not get crushed. So now we have to do the hardest boss in this game. It absolutely takes the longest. It takes like minutes to beat. So as you can see, it takes forever now. So yeah, Ghetto Toad gets completely destroyed because you have like the old no save and crit, ball and chain, and 100% bomb arrows. So this is the quickest way you can beat Ghetto Toad like ever. Like there's no quicker way to beat Ghetto Toad at all. Use bomb arrows and then ball and chain, completely gets destroyed. So I actually skipped going back here by going through the ceiling because there's somehow a crack in the ceiling where you can just moon jump through and then you can go back. It's actually faster to backtrack than to save up because you can do this in many rooms. Just moon jump there and it saves time everywhere. So the backtrack is actually pretty fast. Hello. Yeah, Sumi, should we do it? So now we do the famous bridge flip, except a little bit faster because YOLO. This took 9 months total. Double step on the eye. So as you can see, I actually didn't pull a water bomb at all, because Moonjump doesn't need a water bomb float. We can just do this. Which is pretty damn fast. And now we do the famous one bomb with that. And that's it for Morphew. Yeah, Sylvia, I took notes from you, of course. Your run was a big inspiration. I still have my first controller. No problem, boss. Thanks for watching. You can just watch the rest later, I guess. So we're almost done with the boring parts. Pretty much. Like the Twilight's all done. So the rest will be pretty fast paced from here on out. So yeah, since we beat Ladebird first before beating Linear Twilight, this cutscene right here of Zand beating Midna and stuff can't play properly. And if you skip this cutscene, you never lose your warp ability. And that's the only reason we need warp ability to beat the game. Because you need to warp the cannon to Lake Hylia. And if you don't have warp ability, you can't warp the cannon. And if you can't warp the cannon, you can't enter Cindy, and you can't enter Palace of Twilight, and so we can't do all dungeons. So we need warp ability. But fortunately, if you skip this cutscene by beating Ladebird before beating Linear Twilight, you keep your warp ability. So actually we can skip Midna's Desperate Hour now. Midna will stay white for the rest of the run. And we never beat Midna's Desperate Hour, we never visit Zelda 2. So yeah. We skip all of that, which saves like 10 minutes. Skipping the entirety of Midna's Desperate Hour. You don't need to do it at all now. And now we just beat Linear Twilight, because we can do it now. So yeah, Midna will stay white now, and we have still warp ability. We can't use the Midna charge anymore, but we don't need it. So yeah. That saves a huge amount of time, and it only works if you have Barnes bomb back. So that's why I bought the bomb back earlier, and that's why I beat Boblin 1, etc. Just to skip Midna's Desperate Hour right here. Yeah, Forest will be next. But first of all, I grab Uto's Note, and I waste some time here to transform to Wolf, because the cutscene is all much better as Wolf. And we can warp just in front of his face. Cutscene completely fucked up. Moonjump is really broken with this guy. Can do some funny things if you use Moonjump here. So yeah, now we get the famous ending blow, because ending blow is still required even in this category. Otherwise you can't beat Ganondorf, so yeah, we get it right now. Very nice, that made a lot of sense. And as you know, if you get the first hidden skill, you always land in North Faron. This one warp is very convenient, because now we can actually beat Forest Temple, because we have everything we need now, so yeah. And it's the first time we turn to Faron, so this is very convenient to put Forest Temple second tier. This cutscene is not skippable, but we can at least Moonjump during it, so you don't waste any time. Oog's cutscene, I never watched it, but because I got the day Boomerang, Oog is gone now, so yeah, we skipped the cutscene as well. So we can use the main door now, just fine. And cut straight to the boss. Oh, you have the boss key, so no big deal. Skip a midnight text here with this Moonjump. The trailer is actually huge for this midnight text, so I actually have to go a long way. Link didn't even walk there and we still hit the loading zone. It makes no sense, but I don't know why that works, but it works, so I'm doing it because it looks funny. So now we do this boss, and this is the first boss that the developers actually programmed. So it actually works a bit like the Wind Waker's boss. So actually you can do something that is a little bit like the Zombie Hub, I guess, or a bit like the Storage, like the Wind Waker. And actually we do it, even if it wastes a little bit of time, because it's a very cool trick. So actually what you can do, you can beat the boss and die at the same time. If you do this in any other boss, the boss doesn't die. Like, he just remains idle, but the death cutscene never plays, and you just game over. But at this boss you can actually die and kill him at the same time. So I will do that, using bomb arrows to kill him quickly. Now I grab this pod, shoot him again, grab this pod, throw a bomb there, the bomb will kill him, throw a bomb, pod with a heart there, the bomb also kills me. Now I can Moonjump via death and not dying. He dies, and I grab the heart now before it disappears, and the cutscene, it switches back to the cutscene. So this was actually a death hover. and then landing on the house to revive myself. Like a classic zombie hover, I guess. So that's very the Wind Waker style. And it took way too long to test this with the hard drop, but it was worth it. So yeah, the cutscene played in the background without camera lock, which is very weird, and then it goes back. Actually, if you can't finish the cutscene, the cutscene soft locks eventually. So I had to land on the hard, because otherwise the cutscene soft locks. But if you could finish the cutscene, you would actually get storage. Which is also the only way the Wind Waker HD can get storage. By dying on a boss, beating the boss at the same time, and then hovering in the air while the boss dies, and then landing on a hard. That's the only way the Wind Waker HD can do storage, and actually it would work in Twilight Princess as well. You would get storage, but for some reason the cutscene soft locks, it doesn't finish. So yeah. You actually don't get storage, but you would get in theory. Which is pretty interesting. Skip 2 cutscene there. Because yeah, actually Twilight Princess has storage in theory. Like it uses the exact same cutscene system as the Wind Waker. You just have no way to abuse it to get storage, but storage exists in theory. There's even a cheat for Twilight Princess that gives you storage. Now we need a silver rupee, but we don't need bomb arrows, we can just slash it out of the bell and do this, which is very fast. Now the problem is we already beat Temper of Time, so the shack guy will be in the basement and he prevents you from transforming. So, but I need to warp the cannon. So I actually need to enter the basement as Wolf, and you can't do that from the sanctuary because there are also people in there. So I go to the graveyard again, which is closed, but now we are Wolf. And we can warp the cannon now. I do map glitch now, because I can't do the transform clip, so I do map glitch to disable the loading zone and just jump through the half-loaded sanctuary vaults to get to the cannon. And now we can warp it. Actually, you can do everything you can do in Wind Waker. You can store cutscenes, you can walk around in cutscenes, you can get chest storage, and actually also changes your collisions, which allows you to clip through things. You can get door storage and door cancel. You do a lot of things. Actually, you can do pose clip storage, because you can just store the cutscene of the pose, and you can just walk while the cutscene is running. You can just have control and walk straight to the loading zone before the gate can close. So yeah, it actually skips all 4 pose if you could get storage in the main pole room. And I don't know what else you could do, but you can probably do a lot of things. And that was very interesting. Now I actually get under here to transform human and get crushed. Because you actually have to do this, because Fire still hasn't seen the memo. And I want to go to City now, but for City I need to repair the cannon. But if I talk to Fire, so he sees the cannon but he hasn't seen the memo, he actually soft lock. He has to see the memo first. So I actually showed him the memo first, but if you then talk to him, you're still soft locked. So you actually need to reload the room. But warping is slow and safe warping as well. So I just get crushed to reload the room, so I can talk to him and repair the cannon without soft locking. Yeah, low percent woodfart would be a lot faster than 40 hours with storage. Depending on what you need to get storage, of course. If you need like magic armor or something, then it wouldn't be good. Have fun, buddy. I will have fun. So now we do City before Arbiter spawns, which is also good because then we can do Palace right after Arbiters, which means we don't need to warp back and forth, so that saves some time. Sadly, this cutscene plays immediately when you enter, so you actually can't skip it. You have to watch the Ardor cutscene here. No, actually you don't have to. We could do City before Arbiter's Bronze in real-time attack as well. It would take a bit longer though to set up, so it won't be faster at all. And the second problem is, you need a spinner. You actually need to spinner twice in this dungeon. Of course, that's only in real-time attack. This category doesn't need a spinner. So yeah, we actually can do City first, because we can just skip the spinner parts. Also, as you can see, I didn't do early boss key. I just walked straight to the door. Because we can do a special way to get the boss key in this category, a much cooler way, so we don't need early boss key. Also, we can completely skip the small key, because we can just use the lower door right here that doesn't have a key lock. So it skips the small key as well, which is very fast. It saves like 2 minutes. Now we do another new trick here you can do with Moonjump, which involves the claw shot. Claw shot up here, use Moonjump, which means you stay in claw shot mode, and in claw shot mode you clip through everything. So we can extend the claw shot upwards, and it allows you to skip all bounds, and just jump straight to Area Force. So that skips another 2 rooms completely. And also, since we're in Area Office, we can extend the jump here. And during this cutscene, the fan is not spinning, so I jump straight to the fan now, which is not spinning, which also means you don't need to stop the fan at all, which saves another cutscene. Now our Alpha strip is also pretty cool. We can just jump on here and do this. So now we get the boss key with the same glitch we used earlier, the claw shot glitch, which is like really cool. One of my favorite glitches with Moonjump. You extend the claw shot and it goes infinitely. I stop it by pulling out another claw shot and claw shot over to the switch. And we do it again to get back out of here. And now we can go to the boss. I actually got 10 rupees for fire because the trip to the desert is only free the first time, and since I didn't actually go to the desert, he will charge me 10 rupees the next time. So I actually needed 10 rupees to pay fire for the trip to the desert. Skip this cutscene here of Link turning around. The boss trailer is actually really small, so you need to roll over there. First time you can actually, the first frame you can actually claw shot Artwork. If I claw shot him 1 frame earlier, I would have gotten cool game. So yeah, that's the best way you can claw shot him. Now we do the regrab, but in a bit funny way. I actually moonjump up before he crashes. And I'm not sure why, but the cutscene is completely fucked up now. And it actually is faster. Because it skips the part where the armor breaks off, it just immediately goes to this cutscene. So that saves like 8 seconds. Which is pretty good because this cutscene is very long and boring, so saving a little bit of it is good. So fortunately we can moonjump, so we actually don't need to void, because if you jump up fast enough, he won't fly around the arena at all. So we actually don't need to do the void. We can just moonjump up and he attacks immediately. So it skips the void and saves like 20 seconds, and we also don't need the claw shot to go up at all. Blind shots. Doing blind shots here save time as well. So unfortunately this boss is pretty fast with moonjump, because you can just go up before he can rise again, and then he attacks immediately. And we also do flame step, of course, the classic real-time attack flame steps. And now the final phase, I use the claw shot glitch some more, just for fun. Extending the claw shot again, so I jump in the air, as you can see, which looks pretty damn cool to do this. To see 2 claw shots like that. And air slash. And he still dies. I tried to skip double claw shot. You don't need it for anything except Arrok, and I couldn't make it really. You can get by the first phase without double claw shot, but the second phase was impossible. Because the problem is you can do flame stip actually, and it works, so you can stip his flame with 1 claw shot. And then he's attackable, but the problem is you can't get around him fast enough, because you only have 1 claw shot, so you actually need to moonjump across, but you can't AJ, you can only moonjump with normal speed, and actually he's way too slow, so by the time you arrive on the other side, he already recovered and turns around to you, so you can't grab him. Maybe there is a way to do it, but it would be really hard and really tight, and I really couldn't make it at all. I tried like for hours, but I don't see any way to attack him and get around him with only 1 claw shot fast enough. If you could moonjump in the air and claw shot like in the air, first person, it would work. But you can't do that. If you could just moonjump and then use first person claw shot aiming, then you could grab him but from the air, but you can't do it. So we're done with city now. Now we only have the home stretch to go, Arbiter's Grounds, Palace and Hyrule Castle. And they're all pretty damn fast. So now we use our 10 rupees to pay for the trip to the desert. And we have all the rupees gone. So now we have the desert, like the biggest map in this game. But fortunately we can just roll back and then can do a long jump attack by height. And yeah, so much for the desert. almost dead on landing. This cutscene also plays if you're infinitely high. This guy just gets wrecked. Moonjump jump slash to him and then just wrecked him. Link doesn't give a shit. Like a boss. We sadly need to beat King Boblin 3 because otherwise the loading zone is not there. If you actually jump behind the barrier, there's no loading zone. You actually need to ride the bar. So we need to beat him here. Yeah, that's probably what he said. And we're in Arbiter's Grounds. This is like the most short dungeon ever, because we can skip literally everything. And I mean everything. And despite that, it took really a long time to test, because it has some of the craziest glitches. Oh yeah, there's another room where we absolutely need the lantern to unlock the next door. So now we have the favorite Poe room. Sadly we can't skip this cutscene, you actually still need to watch it. But no, you will see, Joss, you will see what I do with the spinner. So actually there's several ways to do post-skip with Moonjump, which is funny because real-time attack has like no way, but Moonjump has like 3 ways, which is pretty stupid, but I do the fastest way, which is also the hardest way, which was found by Rachel. So here's how it works. You roll there, take a bomb, throw the bomb in there, roll the bomb, clip halfway into the wall, claw shot other bombs to this target, the claw shot gets interrupted by the bomb, and you hover during the damage phase into the loading zone. This took like 1 day to test, because it's like really precise. It's almost pixel perfect and always frame perfect. Because otherwise you don't have enough speed, you get stuck, you don't have the perfect angle. It's ridiculous hard. So we have the boss key, and as you can see, I didn't get the spinner at all. Because you can just go to the boss like this. But now the question is, how do I beat the boss without the spinner? Well, so it turns out with Moonjump you can actually claw shot these guys to you instead of you claw shotting to them. And this allows a neat little clip right here. And that's it for Stealth. You actually don't need to beat them at all. So yeah, this clips Spinner, this clips Starlord, this saves like 8 minutes or something. Yeah, it actually is very easy attacker. I think Azumi actually did like not as fast as my TAS of course, but he didn't took much longer. It only took him like 20 seconds longer maybe. And then he also did it, and it's a bit random I guess, but you usually get it pretty quickly. So we still need to beat the messengers here sadly, because otherwise you can't really use the portal to enter, because the messenger portal blocks you, or the barrier blocks you. So we can actually skip all midnight attacks if we leave fast enough. This skips the entrance midnight attacks and another one as well. No, we don't need to reach the stage yet. So yeah, now we're in Palace, second to last dungeon. This is very nice because triple jump slash hit immediately kills him. And I can moonjump during this cutscene, and pretty much perfect small key. As fast as you can do it. Actually, you could do this in any percent if you could even jump a little bit while you claw shot. But I don't think you can do that. Maybe if you went on a ledge or something and a claw shot, or maybe jump off the ledge at the same time, it would work, but I don't know. So actually I got the small key here, and now I jump, and we completely skip Light Sword, because you actually don't need it to beat this dungeon. But we need a small key, but I got that from the right wing, easy. There actually is an invisible wall that only goes away if we have the light thing. But the good thing is you can actually clip through it if you have enough speed. It's like a very weird wall. These guys get completely wrecked. There's actually only time loss from not having the thing, because otherwise if you have the light sword you can just instantly kill them with one slash. But since I don't have that, I need to quick spin them. But we can still get the small key. This is absolutely impossible to do in any percent, because you cannot bypass the wall, because you need moonjump and long jump attack speed to clip through the wall. And even if you could clip through the wall, you can actually beat the rooms here without the sword, because you can activate the swords. But moonjump can do it. So yeah. It saves another 8 minutes, the Phantom's Ends, and a lot of stuff. So since we got the small key earlier, I can actually use it right here. Because this small key not even Moonjump TAS can get. Because to get this small key you need to kill the remote Xanthad, and you can't kill him. Because in order to kill him you need to hit a trigger in the air, and to hit this trigger you need to ride the platform. And you cannot activate the platform without the light sword, so yeah. That's why I got another key, another small key to bypass that key in that room. But we can get the small key just fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Palace. Also another very quick dungeon with Moonjump, because you can skip almost everything, including these messengers right here. The Zen fight actually is not different at all. Like, the light sword does not actually do extra any damage on him. You have the sword in the fight and it glows, but actually he takes the same damage from the normal Master Sword. So actually it's completely useless for this fight, which is of course good for me because I don't lose time here. But it's pretty funny that he actually doesn't take any extra damage from it. Now we do a trick that the old Twilight Princess TAS doesn't even do. Forced face one side door. Like that. Very quick. Also very quick draw mines one cycle. I actually beat Gymnast TAS in this fight. Even though Moonjump doesn't save any time here. But I actually beat Gymnast or TAS and TAS here. Because I just do faster strats that even you can do in normal any percent. But I'm sure Gymnast will include these strats in the new TAS he makes right now. And there's another really cool thing you can do. You can actually grab him before he can shoot if you claw shot him while sinking. So that saves like 5 seconds. But it's of course really hard without Zora armor and real-time attack. It's like almost impossible. But it's possible with Zora armor pretty easily. This fight is also really fast if you use Ball and Chain on both faces, if you get over there quickly enough. Hit him as early as possible with the Ball and Chain coming back. One of my favorite hits. To hit him in the air like that, that's pretty good. Now the standard final phase, where he gets just destroyed. And that's it for Palace. Now we only have the final dungeon left, Hyrule Castle, and then we're done. So actually we get sub to Palace, at least. You can skip the midnight texts again by moonjumping immediately before they can show up. And you also need to leave in one frame. If you don't leave in one frame, you actually get the midnight text. Hey Audi, get on my level, dude. And not only did I beat Palace in under 2 hours, I also beat Temple of Time, Snow Peak, Goron Mines. Like seriously, you're so fucking bad, dude. Like, what is this? I beat like 4 more dungeons than you and you're still slower. And there's also a special way to enter this final loading zone. And now we get Stritner, the classic Stritner. You can't skip it. It's like impossible. There's the normal loading zone is actually still there, and that would skip Stritner, but the Stritner loading zone is over the normal loading zone and it's bigger than the other one. So you can't avoid it, like it always activates first. So yeah, Stritner is a must watch. They actually completely updated this effect on Twilight Princess HD. In Twilight Princess HD you can actually see the pyramid shatter in pieces. You actually don't see that on SD. So they actually improved that on HD as well, the effect. Oh hey Vanek, what's up? Yeah, you were just there for the end. You're here to see Sub 2 entering Hyrule Castle. So yeah, as we can see the cutscene ended, but we're suddenly still Midnight's Desperate Hour. That's the game giving you a big fuck you to skipping Midnight's Desperate Hour and V-Time Attack. You actually need to beat it, but fortunately we have Moonjump, so we can just skip the door anyway and skip Midnight's Desperate Hour as well. So, this dungeon has two sides, the right wing and the left wing, and actually the right wing with the graveyard. The small key is faster to get if you have Moonjump. Otherwise you need to minion rod and all that stuff, so it's actually very slow in 100%, but it's fast than 80% Moonjump. Yeah, when it can do that, just watch the board. And also have a very high quality encode ready for YouTube. Jumping straight to the statue, and we're in pretty much the final stretch now, the final 5 minutes or something. Completely skipped the claw shot in here and the barrier of course. The start node can be skipped 100% style, just skipping it right there. And we keep the nice music for the rest of this interior. Here we also need the lovely lantern, because otherwise you can't complete this puzzle. So we have 2 bombs left. Using one to kill these guys. And Adam or Giradam always tells me he hates bombs, especially when bombs are left over at the end of the run. So I made sure I have 0 bombs at the end of the run. So we have 1 bomb left and I actually need it still. Skipping Ariaphos here by jumping over the trigger. And now watching the long boss cutscene is very boring. So we just skip it by clipping, jumping high and stepping into the tower here. But now you can't leave because you're stuck in here. But fortunately I took enough damage so I can just use my final bomb, shoot at the ground and die. And it allows you to leave. Save warp would be very slow because you would return to the beginning of the dungeon and you have absolutely no way to clip out of that room except using death warp. So yeah, that's the fastest way and skip this cutscene as well. Yeah, there's actually an invisible enemy and you have the L target. It's actually convenient to shoot the bomb arrow much quicker with that target. So here's the final staircase, which is also hilariously fast. One of my favorite things to do. Also took like 3 hours to do because this jump slash is like almost angle perfect. And you open the door from behind. And that's it for a castle. Yeah, when it actually corner in the corner of the room, there are no collisions. Yeah, the room is basically unfinished. They haven't realigned the outer walls with the inner walls, so you can just jump through there. So you have Puppet Zelda. Took like a day to manipulate, very annoying, but I did it. And yeah, this is the absolute fastest way you can beat Zelda. You can save 15 frames in this fight still, but I didn't bother to optimize to get that time. This actually beats SVA's Puppet Zelda by 15 seconds, and it beats Gymnast's TAS Zelda by 10 seconds. So this is the fastest Zelda anyone has ever gotten in a TAS or real-time attack. And a swag final kill. So that was Puppet Zelda in like 1 minute and 3 seconds or something. Extremely fast. And the most time saved comes from the random fly patterns. Actually I found this trick which might be faster in real-time attack as well if you have the bow. I actually just found that when I was testing this. You can actually shield Beast Cannon. And allows you to basically immediately quick spin him on the earliest frame you can hit him. Also losing my final arrows, so there are no arrows left. 0 arrows left. I shield him again here, quick spin on the earliest frame and then just slash him. And now do one of my favorite things. Wolf Link is a very heavy lifter actually, as you can see. Very strong. And actually saves time too because he lands closer to you if you turn him on the ceiling. It's like one of my favorite strats in this TAS. So now we have Beast Cannon, actually Vanek, I do your strat, because I think that looks the coolest, even if maybe it's not the fastest, because dodging him like that is just awesome. Actually I will lose some time here to do the absolutely most badass finish of all time, as you will see in a second. I shoot him just when the ghosts hit me, so I land off while he is still hit. LJ of higher ground just in his anticipated pass and hit him. And it's like 5 frames before he recovers. And now this cutscene is fucked up as well because Link is not sitting on the horse. So it completely fucks up this cutscene, which is completely worth it. As you can see, Ganondorf is a very skilled fighter. As we know in any percent 12-second fight, he's so skilled actually, he doesn't even need to look at you to fight you. He just chills on the opposite side, completely outside the barrier, and waits for you. So I made sure to give him a proper send-off as well. And I jump out of here. Collide with chance with him in the air, beat him immediately, jump up, which fucks up the music. The music now loops in the victory team and doesn't stop. Trip Iron Boots in the air for the classic finish, and done. Yeah, I put a lot of time in that ending. I'm pretty sure like the horseback to the end took like a day. Completely unreasonable, but so worth it. You have to have a good ending for a run. There are really like weird things you can do, like this cutscene hitting him while not on a horse. Like it's really weird stuff. But it's good. Actually I found like the music glitch, I found it like literally while I was testing it. I think if you actually mash A too quickly, like the music loops and doesn't really stop. It's like Goma if you were too quick. It's interesting. Thanks guys, I much appreciate it that you watched my silly little meme test. So yeah, I will completely upload this version to YouTube. The other version is already on YouTube in full 1080p with like a ridiculous bitrate. So I will make that live like in 1 hour and then I will upload this version from Twitch to YouTube. So there's one commentary version and one normal version. And then I will of course also submit this to test videos because they will totally accept that. Yeah, I would say so too. It's the best TAS. So yeah, this is my favorite category basically in this game. That's why I spent 3 years on it. To route, glitch hunt. Actually you're right, he's not white anymore. That's interesting because it's cutscene midnight I guess and not gameplay midnight. But yeah, this took like 2 years to route, to glitch hunt, to route, to find skips in, to think about, and to finally TAS. And pretty much this entire TAS is dedicated to Rachel Bryk, which basically told me first about it and gave me the idea and also glitch hunted with me a lot and found a lot of the skips used in this run. So I continued this TAS in her memory, so this is dedicated to her.
Space. Up for a blue card? bit.
So yeah, guys, that's it. The end to this TAS. Done and over with. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I will upload the high bitrate version now, or made it live, and upload this commentary version to YouTube as well. And yeah, I will post on Twitter and stuff and continue my work as you expect, and you know me. Have all a great day and a great week, and goodbye, my friends.